Good morning, this is Mark at the Wicked Edge Expert Corner group. We're on YouTube and Facebook, and we're talking about the early model Wicked Edge models 50, 60, and 100 with the standard vices. And I said, I don't know what more I can say. What I didn't say is those models. Those are the entry-level model, and they have a very broad sharpening range. And they do exactly what they're designed to do very well, which is what the problem is. They are so good that a lot is expected of the simple vice. And then the results that people achieved using it were so good that they looked at their work so scrutinizingly close that they saw the flaws in the design with the blade lean for the tapered blades. Now, if a blade is parallel on the body and then only tapered on the top, that one will be pinned flat and that will be straight. So those fancy knives that are like that, they won't lean. But most knives have a taper from the heel to the apex, and that taper wants to lean to the fixed side. So by design, a design flaw. No, it's not a design flaw, but it is a shortcoming of the design. But that simple half-turn screw jack design works for so many more knives and has been perfect for so many users before me, including me, to get so good at using Wicked Edge that they looked at that edge and said, there's a flaw here. And now we're blaming the Wicked Edge because we are looking for results that are more than the design of the sharpener was for. See, when they made it, they didn't know that people were going to get those results. They started so many years ago. It was for outfitters. After working out and dressing in the field, they could come home to half a clamp. It set at 20 degrees, zap, zap, zap. In about 5 minutes, they could sharpen 10 knives. I'm telling you, no kidding. If you know what you're doing and you got your clamp and you know it doesn't take but a few strokes with the right stone to bring that knife back. But what happened was that people used all the stones that Wicked Edge afforded us, made available to us. And we worked with cubes because we wanted it to be better than it was. And we stepped up our game, but we didn't step up our hardware. And we started getting better and better results, and then we saw the lean and we blamed it on the device. Well, the device is doing exactly what it's meant to do. It's a clamp, a bench clamp that holds a knife in a certain way. Now we're looking at it and expecting more. But before we knew, that knife was really sharp and fantastic, and it still is. And it still is for all those other people that are using the 60s and the 50s and the 100 for years, like Philip, whether without complaint or struggling through it, they continue to use them because they understand the inherent quality of the design. It's only when we start to expect more than that design can get that we start to get grumbly about the Wicked Edge thing that's no good. It's not no good. It's just not the right hardware for your level of expectations. You clamp it, half a turn, find the sweet spot, go to town. You make two planes, either side of the knife, flat planes that come together at the apex. You feel a burr on one side, then the other side. You refine it a little bit, and you use the knife, and it works very well, and it's very sharp, and it doesn't know that there's a little lean to its edge, and that the bevels don't appear aesthetically to your eye as nice as you'd like them to appear. So, and it's hard to get it straight. You're wanting steak and you're on a hamburger diet. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. There's no excuse. You're expecting more from that design than it can. It's tough to use. I hated using this after I used it enough that I got scrutinizing, and I hated to fight with this to clamp the knife, to figure out how to clamp the knife that I didn't have to worry and the edges came out even. I was trying to work with it to compensate for and lean for and shim for and do calculations, computations to offset, and it was just too tough. That's why I say it sucks to work with. When the new vise came and it went like that by turning a lever, I said, I'm done. Thanks.